Hello, everyone. This is Shannon Wright. I wanted to discuss a little bit about Pi-hole. The Pi-hole is a network-wide ad blocking tool. You can install it in a Docker install or on certain operating systems. I've actually chosen a Raspberry Pi for my particular instance here at home. But just a couple things about it. On the piehole.net website, you have the information for install the supported operating system, install your Pi-hole, use Pi-hole as your DNS server, and then block ads everywhere, even on the go. This is a great little tool. I'm going to switch over to my Pi-hole that is running on a Raspberry Pi here at my house. I just recently turned it back on, so you'll see that not much traffic is showing right now. We do have a list up at the top for the total queries and how many active clients there are. It'll show you the queries that are blocked, what percentage of them are blocked, and the total number of domains in your ad list. Now, when you first install it, you'll have a set of domains already preset in there as far as what will be blocked. You can add to this list, and a good URL to go to is this next one called the Firebog. It has a whole list of various suspicious list, advertising list, tracking telemetry, malicious list, others for you to add to your Pi-hole instance. Switching back to the Pi-hole again, adding an additional domain is very simple. Once you have it up and running, you have this menu item for add list. Click on that, you will see that I have added several different lists from the Firebog into my instance here for it to be used. Adding them is very simple. You put in the address, any kind of comment that you would like. You don't have to, strictly optional, and then click on the add. Once they're added down at the list, the only thing you need to do at that point is to update your list from Pi-hole so that it knows what to use at that point. The way you will do this is you'll come down here into Tools, and you'll choose Update Gravity. When I click on Update Gravity, it basically is going to go through those listings, those URLs that I have added, and it will basically update the Pi-hole database as far as what it will look for as far as blocking of the malicious ad blocker and so forth. Go ahead and click on your update. I have several lists here. It'll take just a minute to run through all of those. You just wait until it's completed. After it goes through, and you'll notice just in the log file down here, as it's updating those, it'll tell you if a list was updated, if it detected any more, added any new entries that will show up in your list. I'll pause it for just a second so I can go through the rest of my list. Once it is completed, you'll get a nice green bar up the top for success. I can come back to my dashboard now, and I can look at the domains in add list, and those have been updated. If I want to take a quick look at what queries are being sent through the Pi-hole, I can click on the query log, and it'll show me anything in red is going to be blocked. Anything green is okay or whitelisted. You do have the option of whitelisting or blacklisting anything that you have here that you do not want or that you do need. You want to take a look at this periodically. If you're working for a particular company and you may have tools that send certain requests, if the Pi-hole is on your system and it's blocking those, you might need to come in here and whitelist those. One other thing that I wanted to point out real quick is the settings. Some of the things in here basically just gives you some system information. gives you some DNS information as far as what your upstream DNS servers are. So this is acting as your DNS server. You would add it to your router within your home or your small business network. And then these are basically just the upstream, or basically what is above your Pi-hole that it would try to check those DNS entries for. I have some set for my IPv4 instance and my IPv6. I have IPv4 set for using Google. You can actually check several of these if you'd like, if you see some of these others that you'd like to use. If you do use IPv6, you can turn that on. I do not use IPv6 in my home network, so I do not have those being listed here. You can also use DHCP, the Pi-hole as a DHCP server if you'd like to. I do not. I use my router for that, but you do have that option here as well. The web interface, this is basically just changing the default view. I do like to use the Star Trek theme. It is a dark theme. I do like that as well. It comes defaulted with the Pi-hole. You can change some of these if you like. I just wanted to go ahead and change this to the Star Trek theme. I'm a Trekkie, so I do like to have that view as well. Do you have the option for API settings, any privacy settings that you would like to do, and then teleporter. You can back up your configuration if you need to, and then do a restore from that backup. Again, this was just a brief little overview. I did not want to go into long detail. You can definitely look on the Pi-hole.net website for additional information. It's a great little tool. It does help get rid of some of those ads, those pesky ads that you may have if you have several devices in your home network or small business network. Thanks again.